Iris is just trying to keep her brother alive. No job, no money, no real options left. So when a wealthy stranger offers to cover Raleigh's treatment and even arrange a bone marrow donor, she says yes. There's just one condition. She has to show up to a dinner party and play a game. Simple enough, right? It isn't, not even close, because she's about to find out that this supposedly harmless night is really something much darker. Before getting sucked into this crazy game, Iris is a young woman doing everything she can just to keep her family afloat. She's trying to land a job as a waitress. After an accident that turned her life upside down, she became the sole caretaker of her brother Raleigh. But even getting a simple waitressing job proves impossible because she lacks experience. One day, her brother's doctor asks her to come to the clinic, thinking he can help bring down Raleigh's treatment costs. She is introduced to a man named Shepard Lambert. Lambert already knows about Raleigh's condition and offers to help. His organization, the Lamreck Foundation, funds hospitals and social programs helping people with serious illnesses. But there's a catch. Lambert invites her to a dinner the following evening where other people in desperate situations have also been invited. At the end of the night, there will be a game, and whoever wins gets guaranteed help from Lambert himself. To Iris, this sounds strange. But Dr. Barden steps in, telling her that Lambert once helped him through the darkest period of his life after he lost his wife. Barden says he played the game himself, and the foundation kept every promise it made. Her situation is more complicated than most because Raleigh needs a bone marrow transplant, and money alone won't fix that. She asks Lambert for time to think. He agrees and gives her his business card, telling her to call by 8 p.m. Then he adds that he can also arrange a bone marrow donor for Raleigh ahead of the usual waiting list. As Iris leaves, Lambert turns to the doctor with satisfaction. Later that evening, Iris is cooking dinner for Raleigh, who jokes about her terrible attempts at speaking Italian. But the mood shifts when her phone rings. Another rejection. She tries to hold herself together, but the frustration is clear. She agrees to Lambert's proposal. She tells Raleigh she's meeting some classmates, walks out, and gets into the car Lambert sent for her. On the ride over, she can hear her brother's voice telling her she deserves a normal life. At the grand house, the butler meets her and takes her to a room full of people who have clearly been waiting. She is the eighth and last guest. Two men named Lucas and Cal welcome her and brief her on the others. Peter is a serious gambler from Las Vegas. Linda is the woman in the wheelchair. Travis is a sharp-eyed Iraq war veteran. Amy is the quiet girl sitting apart from everyone. And then there's Conway, a suspicious man who thinks the whole Lambert Foundation is some kind of conspiracy. Cal mixes Iris a drink, and she tries to settle in. In his house, Dr. Barton is having a moment of doubt. He once went to Lamrich and argued that Iris was wrong for this game, but Lamrich disagreed completely. She's alone, desperate, and fighting for someone she loves. He hands Barton an envelope of cash for his help in selecting guests, and Barton tucks away his doubts. Meanwhile, Lambert finds his son Julian and reminds him to keep his distance when the game starts. Julian can watch, but he cannot interfere. The butler Evans handles any problems. Evans collects everyone's belongings. The guests move into the dining room and find a stunning spread waiting for them with name cards at every seat. Lambert and Julian enter and greet everyone. Iris is a vegetarian, and nothing on the table works for her. Lamrich immediately turns it into an opportunity and offers her $5,000 to eat a piece of meat. She looks at him like he can't be serious. He doubles it. She picks up her fork, cuts a small piece, and puts it in her mouth. Lambert looks pleased and drops the wad of cash near her. His next target is Conway. He figures out almost immediately that the man is a recovering alcoholic and offers him $10,000 for a glass of wine or $50,000 for a full decanter of whiskey. Conway is offended and refuses, but Lambert keeps smiling and says he is absolutely serious. Conway stares at the table, thinks about everything he went through to get sober, then reaches for the decanter. Lambert laughs. Lambert gets to his feet and announces that the real game is about to start. He describes it as something like a game they might have played as children called What Would You Do? Each round gives players two choices and neither option is good. To demonstrate, he asks Travis what he would do, kiss Iris or kiss Peter. Travis picks Iris without hesitating. Lambert explains that choosing means doing. Travis has to actually kiss her. The table reacts with awkward laughter. Lambert says that was just an example. In the real game, anyone who refuses to follow through with their choice is eliminated. Everyone also has 15 seconds to decide or they're out. Lambert says it strips away everything fake and shows who a person really is. He gives everyone one last chance to walk away. Conway stands, grabs his 50,000 and sits right back down. Lambert signals the start. The butler wheels in a machine that produces an electric current. Conway immediately announces he wants no part of this, insults Lamrich, and heads for the door. Evans shoots him where he stands. People scream and try to run, but Lambert's armed men push everyone back to their seats. When the noise settles, Lamrich speaks calmly. From this point forward, no one is here by choice. Cal is first to be wired up. He has to decide who takes the electric shock, himself or Amy. He takes it himself without hesitation. Next are Linda and Amy. Before Lambert even finishes explaining, Amy hits the button and sends the current straight into Linda. Linda loses consciousness but recovers, which means she earns the right to shock someone else and uses it immediately. Meanwhile, Dr. Barden quietly picks up a gun and slips out of the house. Back at the table, the rounds continue. Lucas takes a shock to protect Iris, and when it's Iris's turn, she takes it herself to spare Cal. By the end of the round, everyone has felt it except Amy. Lambert gives them 1 minute to breathe. Lucas tries to convince everyone to fight back, but nobody moves. The guards are armed, and everyone knows it. Julian strolls back in, looking pleased with himself, and Iris asks him directly why any of this is necessary. He brushes her off rudely, and Travis nearly fights him. Lucas talks him down. While this plays out, Dr. Barden has reached the estate and is quietly making his way onto the grounds. Lambert calls everyone to attention for round 2. This time, each person faces their own individual choice. Iris goes first. She can drive an ice pick into Cal or whip Travis 3 times with a sjambok. Travis tells her to use the whip because a stab could kill him. Iris swings, but her first stroke is too soft and doesn't count. She swings again with full force, leaving deep welts across his back. Lucas is next and has to stab Iris or whip Travis again. He chooses the whip and endures 3 more lashes himself. Travis then has to stab Lucas or take 3 more lashes from the bodyguard. He knows another round of that whip might kill him, but he still refuses to stab Lucas, even as Lucas begs him to just do it. The bodyguard brings the sjambok down 3 times, and by the last blow, Travis's back is barely recognizable. Lambert turns to Eaton next. Stab Linda in the leg, or give Travis 3 more lashes. Linda is paralyzed and won't feel a stab, while more lashes will kill Travis. So Eaton pushes the knife into her leg. She bleeds badly, but stays conscious and earns her own turn. Her options are to stab Amy or keep whipping Travis. She drives the knife into Amy's side. Lambert gives Amy the next choice: lash Travis or stab any other player. She screams that she has figured out the whole point of this game and plunges the knife into Iris's side. Lucas rushes to help her while Travis slips from his chair. Dr. Barden has made it inside by now. The butler checks on Travis, who is somehow still breathing, but Linda is dead. Cal faces his turn: lash Travis or stab Lucas. He thinks Amy had it right and picks the whip. Travis can't survive anymore, and Lambert has him carried out. In the brief chaos, Lucas tells Iris they need to run right now. They bolt for the door. Lambert shoots Cal. The rest are forced back into their seats, and only then does Lambert realize Iris is gone. Julian runs after her. She tries every door in the house, but they're all locked. She ends up cornered in the basement. The doctor calls out to her from above, but she has already stabbed Julian in the leg and fought free. The doctor finds her and promises to help, but the butler shoots him. Iris is dragged back to the dining room. Lambert storms off to deal with his son. Lucas quietly tells Iris that Cal didn't make it. Lambert returns and apologizes for Julian, saying his son hasn't been the same since his mother died. Amy complains that Iris should be punished for trying to escape. Lambert reminds her it's his game and his rules. A large barrel of water is rolled into the room. The next trial is about luck. Each player has cards in front of them describing different punishments ranging from extreme to minor. The choice is to pick a card and accept whatever it says or stay underwater in the barrel for 2 full minutes. Peter chooses a card. It tells him to hold a lit firecracker in his hand without letting go. The butler tapes it to his palm. Peter lights it. It explodes, and the shock stops his heart. He doesn't get back up. Lucas also draws a card and is told to cut his own eye. He does it. Iris doesn't look at the cards. She climbs straight into the barrel and holds herself under for 2 full minutes, thinking of her brother. She surfaces, and Lucas grabs her. Lambert tells her with a quiet smile that her card would have required all her teeth to be pulled. Amy draws next. Her card says 4 minutes in the barrel. She gets in and tries her best, but she can't hold on. She drowns. The game is down to Iris and Lucas. Lambert gives Iris the final choice. She and Lucas can both walk out right now alive and with nothing, or she can pick up the pistol and shoot Lucas and win everything her brother needs. Lucas asks her to just walk away with him. He tells her he has 3 sisters counting on him the same way Raleigh counts on her. Iris picks up the gun and pulls the trigger. Lambert applauds slowly. Iris is shaking and crying as he hands her the prize and tells her Raleigh's donor and surgery are already being arranged. She goes home. She walks to her brother's room to wake him. He doesn't respond. She sees empty pill packs scattered around him. At the end of it all, we see that Lambert's game was never charity. It was entertainment for a man who bought other people's suffering like it was a hobby. Dr. Barden was paid to recruit victims, which means his heartfelt story about Lambert saving his life was a calculated lie from the start. Every guest was handpicked for their desperation, and the most brutal twist of all, Iris killed someone, survived the unthinkable, and came home to find Raleigh had already given up before she ever walked through the door. That's it for today's story. But before you go, I gotta ask, if you had to make a decision like Iris's in the final stage of the dinner, what would you do? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more twisted stories like this.